Alright, ladies and gents, welcome to Whackeneering episode 2. Before I even get started, I'm going to apologize. I am sorry. This whole series, or this episode I should say, I've actually recorded twice tonight. The first time, I accidentally bumped the Windows key, it put me out to the desktop, and perhaps crashed. The 20 minutes of video I had recorded did not make it. I started again. I didn't start from scratch like I'm doing now, but I started again from where I picked up, explaining what I did, how I do, what we're doing now, and perhaps crashed. And I lost that video. So this is take number 3. So, just be aware ahead of time, I'm low on crackers, is what I'm saying. Alright, let's see if the save at least made it. Yep, it did, but we're going to start from scratch, so, delete that. Delete that. We don't need any of that. So I'm going to go through painfully and redo everything. Yeah, same box. Yep, that's good. Alright, today's episode we're going to cover a couple of things. It's actually going to be a twofer. We're going to go over how to build landing legs of the big style I use for my arcing THAAD tower landers. And we're also going to build a new arcing THAAD tower lander. Today's background noise on Wax TiVo is Fifth Element. Gonna have that white noise. Even though I'm doing a video, yeah, I'm not professional at all. If you couldn't tell by the old cracker eating thing. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not taking any of this too seriously. Just like my building, don't take it too seriously. Alright, so first we're going to throw the core together. What we're going to use for the actual lunar lander. Because yes, that's right, I'm actually going to take this thing, I'm going to land it on the moon. Probably not in episode 2 here, unless we do really, really well. Never going to happen. But episode 3 probably. Unless I am just full of suck, and in which case, yeah, you're going to have to wait until episode 4, but we'll worry about that later. Alright, so we've got our processor core, we've got our reaction wheels, we got some good spare batteries, we've got the main bulk of the rocket, or this isn't even the rocket, this is the landing vehicle. And you might have noticed that I didn't put the crew cabin up top. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to apologize for. If I seem a little rushed in areas, it's probably because I'm doing it for the 3rd time and I'm kind of grumpy. So sorry. Anyway, new crew cabin up top, right? Well, I could. It's where you would logically put the crew, you know, canister or whatever. I really don't want to spend 20 minutes every landing for each Kerbal going down the ladder. Not me. I'm lazy. Believe it or not, I am very lazy. So instead, we're putting the crew cabin on the butt. Down here. Because I don't want them to climb that far. That's enough. That's enough for me. But for the engines, we're going to do this. I want to show you how I like to do. I'm going to go here, and we're going to use 2 of these. I'll show you why in a little bit. Part of the whole truss cage technique. Alright, and then we're going to grab another fuel tank, because more fuel is more fuel. And I know somebody in the comments before mentioned how I can get that thing to snap. Probably one of these weird buttons up here that I haven't... I don't know. Please? No, I don't know. One of those. Down here, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. You'll remind me, though. Thank you. Ahead of time. But I'm just going to slap it down here for the time being. Anyway, here's why I like to use 2. Because then I can put one here. And then I'll put one here. And we get a nice little honeycomb thing going on here. And then just to link them up, we'll slip in the view, creative camera control, and then we've got the link. Although I probably want to line that up better. OCD for fun and profit. Anyway, alright, now we just gotta straighten this up. What? No. What are you doing? Okay. Don't get weird on me now. Anyway. Alright, for engines on this one, last video we decided that we're going to be using a mainsail system, because how often do you get to use a lunar lander with mainsails? Answer, not nearly often enough. So we're going to do that now. We're going to get that taken care of. We're going to check that box. Alright, and what I'm doing here is we're actually going to support this whole stack here, the link up between the engines and the main stack, because we don't want all the force going on this one alone, because these will shear. They'll shear like hell. Alright, and even though this is attached here, I'm going to run a strut here, which gives this whole brace a better link. Same for down this one, just to beef it up a little bit. And here's what I usually do here. Here, and one there. There we are. This is going to give us the meat with the potatoes. This will give us the strength we need. Alright. Good. Alright, so we got our engine. Ooh. This is what I forgot last time. Fuel group. Or fuel line. Fuel group. Clearly I have not had enough coffee. Another thing to apologize for. Alright, there we are. Now we can start messing with the legs. This is the crux of this lesson planned today. You already know about the whole truss cage method that I showed you with episode 1, and how it helps to have structural stability with the really big things. Today we're going to work on feet and toes. First, I like to start out with this. And you'll notice I'm only doing one by for now. And we're going to do some braces here. Oop, no, wrong one. No, for this I get a 6. Because this is not part of the foot, but it's part of the reinforcement for the foot, which we'll see in a little while. There we are. Alright, now I'm back down to 1. Now, one thing I always like to use is the structural fuselage. This is the knuckles on the foot, on the toes. Yep, one there. Now always go along here. And a little eyeball Kentucky windage to make sure that's kind of even on the keel. Yep, that's good. Line that up so we're looking straight down the barrel. There we are. Give a little spin, and usually that's enough to... Yep, that's good. Bend the toe. Just up enough to where I can center it. And that looks like up and down vertical. And it is totally not. Alright, well. There we are, good. That is the primary bones of the foot, but that is obviously nowhere near enough structural oomph to handle all that weight, so we're going to beef it up a little bit. The way that I came up with this, the way I imagine it in my mind, is kind of like waves of force propagating out. All the weight's going to go from here to here to here to here, and it's going to shear here at some point. So we're going to give that force multiple routes to take. That's what this is about. And you've probably seen this with my arcing THAAD tower landers before. And then I'll put some more links here. Now normally I won't do strut from truss to tank. That's not really a tank though, so it doesn't count. Kind of. I don't know. But it seems to work out in the past, so I just roll with it. Anyway. You're gonna... Come on there, you. Yep, that's good. Alright. Now here's where you're gonna see the suspension bridge stick. And I also run from tank to tank, even though I don't normally do that kind of thing, but on the feet I will. Alright, that is good. And here's where we're giving that energy, that weight, that compression, another route to dissipate into through this awesome little reinforcement we've got here. Good, good. And in addition, we're also going to go from here to here, and here to here. Now that is nowhere near enough even still. I do a little work on the undercarriage. As anyone will tell you, all the best work is done on the undercarriage for everything. Alright, here we are. Now I know I could probably move this around with this stuff, but I'm so used to never using that I'm just going to wing it here. Eventually I'll learn how to do all that stuff. But that day is not today. Just for the sake of simplicity and getting this lesson plan out and doing something productive for once at some point today. Alright, yeah, alright. I probably would want to put another set of struts here for the sake of symmetry, but that should actually be fine. Alright, save that. Now something... Aha, I forgot something I did on the first video. Gonna pop that up here for a moment. Get our six-pack. Forgot these. There we are. Oh, come on, really? Alright, hold on. Okay, well. These things happen. Can't take offense. Just gotta tuck and roll. There we are. Alright. And I also like putting an extra set of these down on the feet because it's not on the main line of axis. It's actually out a bit. Gives us a little bit more torque for our power, you know? Alright. And you'll notice I save a lot. That's because terrible things happen when you build big, frequently. Bam! There we are. That's what Daddy likes. And that's how you do the feet. But of course, you're saying to yourself, but how do I know that works, Whackjob? You can put that thing on the pad and it might shear right away. Oh, what the heck? I just now noticed that too. Alright, well. Alright, well, tuck and roll. Just like I said. Alright. There we are. Okay. Everything look good, nothing missing. No struts playing solo. Alright, good. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Whackjob, how do I know that'll even handle that weight? That's a lot of friggin' weight. Look at that. Alright, well, here's how. We're gonna put it on the pad. And we're gonna press spacebar. And yep, that's me smoking. Whackjob is a smoker. Not willingly, but trying to quit for so long. Problem is, I'm too good at quitting. I do it too often. Alright, anyway. There we are. You can see physics have kicked in clearly. It's bobbing and weaving. Getting a little waggle there. And the engine clusters are off the ground. Our crew cabin is not crushing. None of the toes have sheared off. All that weight is being borne very nicely. Very nicely. Alright, what do you say we take it for a little spin? Because why not? Apologies, I keep forgetting that they added that in, and it's like brand new to me every time I see that thing go. Alright, let's see how rusty I am at actually putting it down somewhere. No. Whoop, whoop. Actually, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Yeah, we'll need a little bit more thrust. Oh, jeez. You can tell I'm rusty. cut it, cut it. Catch that thing, catch it. Catch it, catch it. Good, 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 good. That's close enough, close enough, close enough, close enough. Don't oh! Yep, I bounced it. Oh, no. Now, despite the detonation, you can see all my tanks are good, because that was a toe breaking. We broke a toe. That's fine. I do want to kind of arrest that lateral movement there. There we are. There we are. Keep it out there on the range just a little bit. There we are. That's what I like. So, oh, well, okay, apparently I'm making it worse, not better. Where's my indicator at? Alright, well. Oh, okay, so I gotta be over here. Thank you, indicator, for finally showing up. Nope, 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 don't want to ascend. There we are. Alright, that's good enough. We'll straighten that out. Kill most of the lateral movement. Most of the lateral movement. And let's just set it down. Watching the meters per second here. For something this big and this much gravity, I want to keep it around under 5. Here we are. Feather it, feather it. Oh, that's right, I forgot about the toes I broke. Alright, so that wasn't going to end well no matter what. Back in, back in, back in, back in. Nope, we're going to start going the other way. Alright, well, when I set it down this time, whether we crash or fail, we're going to move on, alright? There we are. Still too much lateral, don't care now. Alright. And now we see the strength of the system. Clearly that was a very, very bad landing in high gravity. And all of our engines are intact. Our crew cabin is still safe. We could take off. We could proceed. Lost a few cool points, but we could roll on. Anyway, that is the landing leg system, and as you can see, it could bear a good amount of weight. Moving on. What I'm going to be doing next with this thing is we're actually going to be putting this on the moon in episode 3 or 4, or however long it takes to actually attain orbit. So the next step we need is boosters. So if you want to stick around, I know this has been like, what, like 10 minutes already, 15 minutes, I don't know. I'm going to show you my custom sepetrons, how to build them. And we'll be using skipper engines for our sepetrons. How's that? It's a little bonus for you folks for being patient with me here. And you'll see why I use these in a little bit. Alright. There we are. And we're going to keep the whole pattern going up here of the colors that we've got going on. That's the only reason I did that, by the way, just to get some kind of weird pattern going on. A lot of what I do is for aesthetics and awesomeness value. I don't go for efficient or functional many times, because I'm not very good at it. I'll be honest with you, as a builder for making very effective things that can do a task to perfection. I am not that guy. What you want to do is you want to go on the Let's Play folks that they have with the Squad Cast. Watch those guys. They know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to build big. That's it. I'm a one-trick pony. So go watch those guys. This is for amusement purposes mostly. Alright. Reaction wheels. We'll get the nose cones. I know you don't need these. And that it actually slows things down. Prior to 1 coming out in the 1.0 and the fix of the aerodynamic model, I haven't really paid attention to it. I've been gone for a while. I've been busy with a lot of things, so that's why I've been absent lately. Just in case you're wondering what the heck I was up to. Alright, for these engines, let's go with the... Yeah, actually, you know what? Why not? If we're going to be doing boosters, we might as well do big boosters. Alright. Fuel lines. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't been gone mostly because I've been busy with other things. I also got ADHD like crazy, and I've been playing other games as well. It's something of a curse. I can never sit still. I can never stay with one thing. I always gotta meander around and do this and that, and I don't have the focus a lot of folks do. That's what kills me. God, no, why does that look good? No? Yeah, you don't overroll with that. Anyway. So if this little series of mine just abruptly stops one day, it's not because I died or because I hit the lottery. It's probably just me having another stupid attack, because those will be frequent. And as to explain what I'm doing here, you've seen episode 1 probably, so you know that I'm doing a truss cage. We want this thing to be nice and solid. There's our link. Good. Alright, up here we want to do another set here. Then we could start with the old sepetrons. That'll be the highlight of the reel. Aside from the awesome detonation earlier. Yep, that's good. That's another trick I do. I'll put a piece here. I'm not actually looking over here where my mouse is. I'm actually looking down here. Lining it up that way. It kills me that they're not even, but yeah. We'll worry about that another day. Or when I'm not recording, I'll straighten things up a little bit, probably, maybe. Probably not. Here we are. Believe it or not, that is entirely sufficient support to make all of this very rigid. That's how effective the truss cage system is. Even with this stupid amount of thrust, putting all this torque on these connections, this will all stay level. It'll be beautiful. Alright, sepetrons. I'm going to make a custom group here because we're going to be using a lot of these on this build. First and most important thing is the brace you need to use, and I'm opening up the crackers here because I've been neglecting that, are the pocket beams. The reason I like to use these is because they do not transfer fuel. They allow no fuel transfer at all. See, there it is, no fuel crossfeed. Because we don't want this thing to go up and then burn out the fuel inside that little tank that we're going to be using. And that little tank is right here. And this is what I like to use. Now, since these sepetrons are going to be firing the second I cap these off, we have to put a probe core on here. Because in my experimenting, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there who could explain it way better than I could. But as soon as you break that link and there's no control core, it's not going to fire the motor I attached to this at the same time. They'll just drift away and then probably hit something important. So you got to put a little probe core on there. And I use that one because it's the lightest one there is. Not that I'm really concerned about weight. I mean, obviously. But, yeah, that's just the way I ended up doing it. Alright, and where's our skipper? Hey, skipper. Alright, and that is our seperatron. And then I'll show you how I use it here. Oop. Let's bring up this thing here. No! Ah! Get back on there. Thank you, sir. Alright, I'll have to reach in and grab it. There we are, that's what I wanted. Alright. Seperatron superstar, because that is what you are, coming from afar, when on another world. Yep, anyway, here's how it goes. I always put these below the midpoint on my boosters that I make, because when these are empty, most of the weight's down here. And here's how it works. I'll pick a spot. This seems to be about good. And I'll rotate it in. Nice, simple, totally not complex. Alright, we'll save that. Just for the sake of testing here, we'll throw on some launch gantries. We'll make sure that's in the right action group. Oh, you evil. This is something that we gotta fix eventually, squad. This whole, when you're mousing over one of the controls or a button from one of these things, it'll grab a part in the background. We don't need that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway. Oh, Squad. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright. Why is that not showing up now? Did I just bug this whole thing out? Oh my god, look at that. That is a worthy bug. Alright. I'm risking it. I'm going to save it. I'm going to reload it. Hopefully I won't have shot myself in the foot. Wow, that's a thing. Okay, folks, you just saw a brand new undocumented bug. Huh. Well, that was annoying. Anyway. Tuck and roll, that's all we can do, right? Shit. Alright, I'm gonna cut the video here, I think. I know how to now. I don't really do video editing, as you could tell. But I'm going to do all that work all over again. And I will see you shortly. Alright, folks. Welcome back. All that work has been redone, as you can see. With the exception of the sepetrons. Alright, now I'm going to slap those back on now. Thankfully, those saved. So we still have our Seperatron Superstars. Alright, about midway up Orange Tank 1, I think we put it. Yep, that's good. And we'll grab those engines. And we'll stick them up here. So that way the whole thing breaks. And here we go. We are go for launching crackers. Same box of crackers from yesterday. But new coffee. Anyway. Beautiful. Yeah, let's take it for a test spin. Alright, now. All that force of launch is rippling through the structure now. You see it wiggling? No, you do not. Do you see a whole mess of supports? Nope, just 3. 1 set, 2 sets. And down there in the keister. That's it. That's all it needs. Ah, hell. And I was... Oh, wait, no, that's the sepetrons. Okay. I was thinking that some of my engines were firing down here for a second. I was like, oh, hell. I didn't check the staging. Nope, they're all gone. We're good. We're in good shape. Whack's just being paranoid. Look at that view. Beautiful. Alright, well, normally I'd wait for all the fuel to burn out to test the sepetrons, but we don't have all day, I'm sure. So let's do it now. The tops are going to point in, or come pushing it inwards because of the balance of the fuel. These are down low because when these are empty, most of the weight's down here. But in this case, we got a lot of weight up here, so that's going to kick inwards. But, what the heck? What's a launch without detonations? There's the sepetrons. You can see they push out nicely. And we're going to cut our feet off. Ooh. Amazingly, all of our engines are okay. And most of the feet are okay. Huh. Yep, we'll take it. And that, ladies and gents, are custom Separatrons feet. And the beginning of the new arcing THAAD tower lander that we will be taking to the moon. Maybe Duna. Maybe Eve, who knows? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing all this on the fly. I don't have a plan. You might have noticed it, but a lot of times when I'm building, I don't have a plan. I just start throwing parts together and see what shapes up. All the best ideas I've had on accident. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Anyway, there you go. That's what the, aside from the missing parts, that's what our tower lander is going to look like on the moon. Beautiful, huh? Alright, well, that's a good place as any to cut it. So, thank you for watching the, Whackeneering episode 2. Hopefully there'll be an episode 3 tomorrow or the day after or whatever. Hopefully I'll still have crackers and have a good evening. Now go watch somebody who's a little bit more competent than me. Have a good one.